अरहंत सिद्ध सुर उपाध्याय साधु सर्व अर्थ के प्रकाशी मांगलिक उपकारी है। तीन को स्वरूप जानी रागते भई जो भक्ति काय को नमाय स्तुति को उच्चारी है। धन्य धन्य तुम्ही से काज सब आज भयो कर चोरी बारंबार वंदना हमारी है। मंगल कल्याण सुख ऐसो हम चाहते ओ मेरी ऐसी दशा जैसी तुम धारी है। ओ मेरी ऐसी दशा जैसी तुम धारी है। So welcome today. Today is our 42nd lecture for this semester, and we have already completed paper 1, 2, 3. But in paper 3, we have this Nimit Upadan book. You all must have this book, and on screen you can see the English translation. So this is an English translation, and there may be some mistakes. Okay, so I am also tracking the Hindi one along with the English one. So just we can find out if there are any mistakes. Otherwise, we have already studied this chapter of Nimit Upadan in Tattvagyan part 2. Okay. Of course, that was lesson 4. Yeah. Tattvagyan part 2, lesson 4. And Vijalji Shet, our guest faculty, she taught you this on that day particular, right? So it was spread across 2 classes, and of course, whatever is given here in the textbook, it was all covered. The principle remains the same. This one is a little bit in detail, maybe with more examples, and then there are some question answers at the end of the chapter, after the chapters. So all this makes this a very comprehensive study about this Nimit Upadan, a very fundamental principle of Jainism. And most of the people, believe that the action that is being performed is just because of the Nimit. But in fact, Nimit means akarta, Nimit is never involved in the process of action. It is just an external instrumental cause, The principal cause is the substance itself, and the instrumental cause is the Nimit. Okay. So we already have studied this chapter, so you know the fundamentals, but while checking the papers on your, I think it was on Viva, I suppose. It was on Viva or in the concept clarity, maybe. Somewhere I saw few mistakes by most of you, and very few were able to give all the answer correct, the question that I gave, So anyways, now we'll be studying it more and more deeply. And I would like somebody to read. So Darshitji will begin with you. You can start reading this, maybe 1 or 2 pages you read, then I will stop you and explain, and then we can take this forward.
Okay, Jai Jinendra. Nimit Upadan, Anuslina, constant study. On the path of liberation, the fundamental principles which are very important to understand with deep insight, from them, Upadan, Nimit, substantial cause, auxiliary cause, is one such important subject. Without its correct understanding, conduct and focus of dependency will not be finished. The desire of independence will not awaken, and the true Purusharth, effort, endeavor towards the path of liberation will not manifest. Along with Krambad Paryay, sequential modification, and Nischay, Vyavhar, absolute truth, conventionality, the subject of Upadan Nimit is also a much discussed topic. The erstwhile subject, which was rarely a part of the discussion in seminars of academicians, is now being discussed among people at large. On one hand, its discussion has generated much curiosity among people regarding this and has inspired the study of related literature, while on the other hand, it has created a certain dilemma. Today, this discussion has taken the form of for and against. This is the reason that if anyone writes or says anything in this context, his words or writings seem to have traces of for, against. People at large also understand it in the form of for or against. So that today's arguments do not turn into a friction, it is very important that an unbiased churning of thoughts should be done in light of Agam, scriptures. This should be presented to the lay people in a simple, easy to understand language. A complete, in-depth study of this topic is the only solution to avoid arguments and friction. For a deep understanding of the nature of substance, Upadan, Nimit, along with all its logic, which is systematic and as has been given in Agam, scriptures, is required. When controversial topics like Nischay Vyavhar, absolute conventionality, and Krambat Paryay's sequential modification were presented in the light of Agam in simple and easy to understand language, then not only were they appreciated by the scholars in the Jain community, but all friction related to it has almost stopped. So I am very confident that if Upadan Nimit is also deeply studied in this way, then there will definitely be the expected benefit. Due to the absence of insightful knowledge on the subject of Upadan Nimit, it is difficult to understand the explanation of the system of substance as has been explained in the Jain scriptures. As a correct understanding of Upadan Nimit is absent, either Nimit is believed to be Karta, doer, or its very existence is denied. So it is important not to see Upadan Nimit as an argument and not say anything either in its favor or against it. Its nature or characteristic should be understood in the light of Agam, scriptures. Once the nature is clear accurately, then the entire situation will be clear very easily. You want me to carry on?
Yeah.
Okay. Every padarth, substance in the world, is parinamasila, constantly modifying. This change of substances is called paryais, modification, or karya, effect, work done. This change is called by numerous names like karma, avastha, dasa, parinama, parinati, etc. Karya, effect, work done, is always with a karana, reason, and the facilitator of that karya is given the name of karana. All that facilitates the origination of karya is always in the form of upadan and nimit. This is the reason that the discussion about upadan and nimit in Jain scriptures is done in the form of karana, reason. This is the reason that karana are believed to be of two types. Upadan karana, substantial or material cause.
Actually it is Karan, cause.
Karan, okay. Sorry. Upadan karan, substantial or material cause. Nimit karan, auxiliary or instrumental cause. That which modifies as karya, work done by itself, is called upadan karan, and that which does not modify as karya but is alleged to be conducive to the origination of karya is called nimit karan. For example, in the karya of a pot, cloth is the upadan karana, and accessories like the wheel, stick, potter, etc. are nimit Karna.
Bas. So stop here. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's understand. So there is a ongoing controversy in at that point of time also, and now also, uh, whether what is the chief cause of any action or work being done. Okay. So there is one group who says that because of Upadan, the action or work is being done. And then there is another group which says that Nimit or the instrumental cause is the main cause for the action or the work done, So there is a controversy, there is a dispute among these, and both parties present their views, At the end of this book, there is this, if you see the last few pages in the Hindi edition, because English has not been printed yet. So there is this Upadan Nimit Doha. That is one part. And the second part, second one is Upadan Nimit Doha by Bhaiya Bhagwati Das. So in this, it is in this argument form, although it is a kind of poem only, but still the arguments are given. If Nimit is giving some logic, then to counter that, Upadan will give some other logic, In this way, there is a debate which goes on, and in the end, in the conclusion, then it is concluded that Upadan has won, and Upadan is the principal cause of the work done, and Nimit is the instrumental cause. That is the conclusion. But after a lot of debate and arguments and counter arguments and this way. So this particular topic of principal cause and instrumental cause is being taught worldwide in all the university where, philosophy or Jainisms are being taught, So every other religion do have this, their own understanding of what is the principal cause and what is the instrumental cause. Now, example given here that, the karya or the work done is the making of a pot, Then what is the upadan karan or the principal cause, So the clod or the mud is the upadan karan or the principal cause. And accessories like the wheel, stick, potter are nimit karan or the instrumental cause. So the work done is same, the making of a pot. Now, in the making of the pot, there are many causes or factors which are a part of that process. Now, here it is divided into two parts only. One is the upadan part and the other is the nimit part. Upadan means the principal cause or substantial cause or material cause. You can name any, but what we have realized is that principal cause is a better word to be used. But substantial is also okay and material cause is also okay. And for nimit karan, either it is auxiliary cause or instrumental cause. So instrumental seems to be more apt, But anyways, you can use any of the words. So for any action or work to be done, there are two causes. One is the principal cause and the other is the instrumental cause. Now, the whole discussion is about if you want to name just one factor, one cause, then what it will account for, for the work being done. what would be the main cause, what would be the principal cause, So there is something which is the main cause, and then there are other causes also. Now, this main cause, is just because you can talk about something only one at a time, If there are 5 causes, then if you are talking about one cause, then you are not covering 4 at the same time. But for the action to perform or for the work to be done, all the 5 have equal importance. Now, here lies the catch. People feel that this is the, this is the only way, this is the chief cause. Because of this, the work has been done. But there are other causes which are not in the picture, but they are also a contribution to that process, So we have to identify what is the principal cause, what is the instrumental cause, and again, instrumental cause, there are further divisions, So all these need to be separately identified, and then only we can come to the conclusion that what would be the chief cause for the work done, So there will be some arguments and counter arguments. So the starting part is from here only. If for any work done, there are 2 causes, the whole discussion here, there will be only 2 party, one will be Upadan and the other will be Nimit. Then, of course, we'll go into the divisions and subdivisions of Upadan and Nimit. And then we will try to, pinpoint one particular cause, which is the primary cause for the actions or the work being done. So there will be arguments and counter arguments, and then we have to come to a conclusion. So Upadan Karan and Nimit Karan. Definitions are very important. That which modifies as karya, work done by itself, is called Upadan Karan. So for the pot to be made, that which modifies as karya work. So it was the clod, the clod through which the pot has come into existence. So the clod is the Upadan Karan, that which modifies as karya. So it is the clod or the mud by which the pot has come into existence. That which modifies as karya, work done by itself, there is nothing else, by itself, is called the Upadan Karan, or the principal cause, or the substantial cause, or material cause. And that, now Nimit, the definitions, and that which does not modify as karya. Okay, so it is not directly modifying as karya, but is alleged. Alleged means arop jis par aa sake, to be conducive to the origination of karya is called Nimit Karan. So you all must have read in the science in your school life that there is something called catalyst. It does not directly participate in the process, but at the same time it speeds up the process. Anyone remembers about this catalyst? Nobody? Okay. No problem. 1 minute. Okay. So, so this Nimit is also like that, It does not directly participates in the process, okay, which does not modify as karya, but is alleged to be conducive to the origination of karya. It is only alleged. It is not a cause in reality. Okay. It is only alleged to be conducive to the origination of karya. So that is nimit. So nimit that does not directly involve in the process, but at the same time, it is alleged to be conducive. So you can say that the work that has been done is just because of upadan. Then your statement will not be true. It is both the causes, upadan and nimit cause. Both are the causes. You cannot leave nimit out, If you say that the things have happened just because of upadan, then this potter and the tools that he used like wheel, stick, all this will be then irrelevant, So you cannot rule out anything. At the same time, you have to consider that the work has been done just because of the principal cause. So it requires a lot of correct understanding along with your decision-making power to come to a conclusion to this discussion or debate. So the substance in which, so this one we have not read, I suppose. Yeah. So we'll start the second part from here and then we will take it forward. So now I would request Rajeshri ji.
So you'll have to go a little bit up.
From here only
Yeah.
you start, that which modifies.
Okay. That which modifies karya, work done by itself, is upadan karan. And that which does not modify as karya, but is alleged to be conducive to the origination of karya, is called nimit karana. For example, in the
Nimit karan. You just
Nimit
spell it
karan.
out like this. Nimit karan. Okay.
Karan.
Yeah.
For example, in the karya of a pot, clod is the upadan karan, and the accessories like the wheel, stick, potter, etc. are nimit karan. The success in which a karya, effect, work done is completed is called the upadan karan, substantial cause, and the karya which has been completed is called upade, accepted. And if reference is of nimit karan, then the same karya, upade, accepted, is called nimittik, casual effect produced by some particular cause also. Thus, we see that the same karya is called upadan karan from the view of upade and naimittik from the view of nimit karan. The karya of a pot is upade karya of the upadan karan, the clod, and the same pot is naimittik karya of the nimitta karan in the form of the potter. The meaning is that there is an upadan upade relation between clay and pot, and naimittik relation between potter and pot. Sir, it's too high, sir. It's going above the head to
Why? We
understand.
have already studied this. These are all very simple things. We have studied, no?
We studied, but
Ah.
I really feel it's something whether I know English or I don't know English, it's come to that state. I mean, I don't
You're
know,
not
but
finding the language convenient?
yeah, I think, I don't know. Anyway, I'll read, sir.
So I'll just explain this part,
Yeah.
after the definition that we have already
Okay.
discussed. Now, the new terminology that has come up is upade and nemitic. So what is upade, So the work that has been done, now the pot has been made, So the pot is upade from the point of view of the principal cause or the substantial cause or the material cause or the upadan. So from the upadan point of view, the work that has been done, the pot that has been made is the karya, so it is called upade. Okay. Now same pot from the point of view of nimit, nimit is called naimitik. So upade and nemitic are two different words, but it means the same, because nimit is the potter, that wheel, stick, these are all nimit, the instrumental cause. And what is nemitic then? The nemitic is the same pot. So the middle part, which is the work done, is same from both the angles. One name is because of the upadan, and that is called upade. And the same thing, same work done from the nimit, it is called naimitik. So why such different terminology? The basic logic is that when we want to show internally the work done is the function of the substance and its modification, then we would say upadan and upade. But when we are discussing the formation or the work done from the perspective of two different substances, okay, then we will say nimit and nemitic. Okay. So when it is between two substances, different substances, then it will be nimit nemitic. So one substance is nimit and the other that the work has been done is nemitic. Now same thing from the upadan upade side, the one that has transformed, actually the mud has transformed into a potter. So mud is the upadan, and the pot that has been made is the upade. So just for the sake of why two different names for the same thing? The logic is that when we want to show the doer relationship in only one substance, then we used it upadan and upade. And we want to show the doer relationship between two different substances, then we use this word as nimit and nemitic.
1 minute, sir.
Yeah.
So that means upade and naimitic are the same product.
Yes. Upadan
Okay.
and nemitic are the same work done, but from two
Product, that is
different
the
perspectives.
finished product.
Yeah. So if we are
Okay.
talking about from upadan, then we will call that work done to be upade. And if we are talking from the nimit angle, then we will say that it is nemitic. So in both the cases, the causes are same, but only while presenting, they are giving different names, from different perspectives. So one from the upadan perspective, the other from the nimit perspective. So that's why it assumes the different names. Now, if this is applied, now another example, if it is applied in the context of manifestation of samyak darshan, right faith, then it will have to be said atma dravya, or the self substance, or its shraddha gun, more specific, faith of attribute of faith, no, faith of attribute of faith, yeah, it's correct, attribute of faith, shraddha gun, so either we can call atma dravya as the upadan or the shraddha gun as the upadan. Okay. For what work has been done? Samyak darshan, right faith. And Samyak darshan is upade, that is the work done. Similarly, the absence of mithyatva. Mithyatva is delusion or the wrong belief. So the absence of mithyatva, erroneous belief or guidance of a true guru is nimit. So one is an internal nimit, the mithyatva, and then there is an external nimit called the guru. And Samyak darshan is nemitic. Okay. So now in this example you can easily make out, but I would like to give you one more example. You know, a goldsmith makes a chain from the gold, from the raw gold or the pure gold, you know. So now in this example, you tell me upadan, upade, and nimit and nemitic. 4 things. I will ask who will say, you know. Priyanka ji, you try.
Sir, so for the gold chain, sir, gold is the who is a cause from the Upadan and Nimit perspective? Hello?
You have to say both from both perspective, no? From the upadan perspective also you have to say,
Right.
and from the meat.
Yeah.
Exit to Dubai?
Yeah.
Family.
Sorry,
Kids are from
sir, actually I'm at the immigration
Oh,
checkpoint.
so you are coming to
I've been
India,
listening.
or you are?
No, sir, Dubai. No, sir. I went to Georgia for a vacation and I'm coming back to Dubai. So I'm actually in the
Okay.
immigration line, sir. I've been listening to you, but I'm a
Okay,
little.
okay, no problem. Then somebody else will try, you know.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, sir.
Rajeshri ji, you only try because it was not clear to you. It was going above your head. So now you only tell me in this example, what would be upadan, what would be upade, what would be nimit, what would be nemitic. Simple.
Upade will be the raw gold, and the finished product will be the chain. That will be upadan.
So first tell me, what is the work done?
And the work done is to make it into a chain.
So chain is the work done, right?
And the raw material,
So
gold, was
No,
made
no.
into the chain. Yeah.
So raw material, you can either say gold to be a upadan or raw material, whatever.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Raw
So-
material was upadan. That's the gold was the raw material.
Yes,
And the
yes.
finished product was the upade, which was the chain.
Okay, done. Now from
And-
the other side,
And from nimit was the whatever tools that were used to
Okay.
make the gold.
Okay.
Fire and I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what
yeah,
they
yeah.
used. And nimitic was the gold chain.
Okay. So where you would put in the goldsmith, who
In
is
the
actually, who has actually
nimit,
done
in
the
the
whole
nimit.
process.
In the nimit,
So you have to say, no, that is the
The
main
golds-
nimit. Yeah,
nimit is the goldsmith and the fire and
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
tools
yeah.
used.
Done,
The
done.
tools used.
Okay.
And nimitic is the gold chain. Yeah.
Yes, yes, absolutely correct. So I hope now this is not very complicated. It's very simple. Only thing is that we never had, we are not accustomed to this terminology. That's all. Okay, fine. So that was good. And I hope it has cleared your all doubts and you are now more confident.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you start reading again. You will understand everything. Okay. Here,
Yeah.
meaning of the word. From there you start again.
Here, the meaning of the word upade should not be taken as that which is acceptable, but this section is not the one which explains hey upade. The section is related to karya karna, effect and
Karna nahi,
reason.
it is Karan. Karan.
Karan,
This
sorry.
will come again time and
Karan.
again. So you just
Yeah.
clear it
Karan, yeah.
out. Karan.
Karan. Effect reason relation, so it has merely been clarified that the karya which has been called naimittic from the view of naimit, the same karya from the view of upadan is called upade. So it is determined that upadan, upade, and the naimit and naimittic, both relations are in the form of Karan, Karya, cause and effect, relationship, which is compulsory, applicable to every Karan, Karya relationship. In this way, every Karya, as a rule in Upade also, and Naimittik too. From the view of Upadan, it is Upade, and from the view of Naimit, it is Naimittik. Here the question is possible that if Dravya of Gun are Upadan, Karan, substantial cause, as explained in the example of Samyak Darshan, then the intended Karya effect should constantly originate, because when the Karan is present, then the Karya should also occur. If in answer to this it is said that Upadan, Karan, substantial cause, being Dravya or Gun, is always present, but Karya did not occur due to the absence of Nimit Karan, instrumental cause. If it is believed that Karya will be completed only with Naimit Karan is present, then Nimit Karan will become Naimik Karan, constant reason, because occurrence or non-occurrence of Karya will depend on the presence or absence of Naimit Karan. To avoid this controversy, it is said that the presence of both Karan is necessary for the origination of Karya, effect, that it could be said that the presence of both causes may be necessary. But Nimit also remains the Naimic, constant regulatory reason, because Karya occurs when it is present and does not occur when it is absent.
Stop. We'll stop
Sir,
here today. Our time is also over. But
I'm
I'll
sorry,
just,
sir. My grandson is shouting. I'm not.
no problem. You stop here only. So, something you could able to understand this logic, that first of all, they talked of the cause and effect relationship, Karan, Karya. So Karya is the work done, okay? It is the effect. And what are the causes behind it is the Karan. So we know now Upadan and Upade and Nimit Nimitik. So it is determined that Upadan, Upade and Nimit Nimitik, both relations are in the form of Karan Karya relationship, cause and effect relationship, which is compulsory applicable to every Karan Karya relationship. In this way, every Karya as a rule is Upadey also and Nimitik too. From the view of Upadan, it is Upadey, and from the view of Nimit, it is Nimittik. So we were clear up to here. Now this one. A question here, a question is possible that if Dravya or Gun, Dravya is substance and Gun is attribute or quality, are Upadan Karan, okay, substantial cause as explained in the example of Samyak Darshan, then the intended Karya, effect, should constantly originate, because Dravya and Gun are always present. For any modification to happen, it will always have its attribute as the principal cause, or the substance itself could also be a principal cause, you know. So Dravya and Gun, okay, substance and attributes are always present. So why the modification or the effect or the work done is not happening? That is the question. A question is possible that if Dravya or Gun are Upadan Karan, substantial cause, as explained in the example of Samyak Darshan, then the intended Karya, effect, should constantly originate. Because when Karan is present, then Karya should also occur. Then, if in answer to this, it is said that Upadan Karan, substantial cause, being Dravya or Gun, is always present. But Karya did not occur due to the absence of Nimit Karan, instrumental cause. Okay. So one may say that, okay, leave alone substance and attributes as the cause. Okay. Just because the Nimit was not there, that's why the work was not done. That is the argument being given here. So initially we had said that Upadan is the principal cause. Now we have bifurcated the Upadan or subdivided the Upadan into two, the substance and the attribute. So now they say that substance and attributes are always present. So why the effect or the karya or the work done is not occurring? It should occur, because the principal cause is always present. So then they give the logic that just because the nimit was not there, okay, no? Absence of nimit, because of the absence of nimit, instrumental cause, that is the answer they have given. Now, if it is believed that karya will be completed only when nimit karan is present, then nimit karan will become niyamak karan. Niyamak karan means constant reason. Constant reason means always a reason. So for any work to be done, for the chain to be manufactured, we need always the goldsmith. Now that is the logic given here. So are you ready to accept that logic that gold chain can only be made when there is a goldsmith? So nobody would agree, because if the gold is not there, what the goldsmith will do? Very simple logic. So that is what they want to put the weightage on from this logic. If it is believed that karya will be completed only when nimit karan, instrumental cause, is present, then nimit karan will become niyamak karan, constant reason. Niyamak karan means that the work will always happen. That is why it is called the constant reason. Because occurrence or non-occurrence of karya will depend on presence or absence of nimit karan. So if we consider the nimit or the instrumental cause as the chief cause, chief cause of the work being done, okay, then that will become our work will depend on the nimit karan then, okay. Now to avoid this controversy, if it is said that the presence of both karan, both reason is necessary for the origination of karya, this is the third logic they are giving, then it could be said that the presence of both causes may be necessary. But nimit only remains the niyamak or the constant or regulatory reason, because karya occurs when it is present and does not occur when it is absent. Now this is something very complicated and hard to digest, On one side, we are saying that nimit is the instrumental cause. Okay, it is not the principal cause. Now, in the manufacture of a gold chain, gold is the principal cause. Okay, but here they want to say that if the goldsmith is there, then only the chain will happen. So now we have to apply our logic. Is it so? Or it is like that, if the gold is there, then only the chain can be made. Which is the more weightage one, which is the main cause according to you. So who will answer this logic, Jinali ji, you try. In the gold example, okay, goldsmith, gold, chain. So what would be the principal cause? Are you there? I think you can, you have to
Sir.
unmute yourself. Yeah.
Sure. 1 minute, sir.
Okay, Aditi ji, you only.
Principal cause will be gold.
Okay.
Influential cause or auxiliary cause will be goldsmith.
Yes.
Then what? Effect will be the chain.
Very good.
And you asked 3, no? Or one more?
Yeah. This is what we have covered so far. So now, if I consider the goldsmith as the constant reason, it will be justified?
No.
No.
Gold is the constant reason.
Yes, because without gold, what goldsmith will do?
Correct.
So gold
But
has to
there
be
is
there.
no goldsmith, some other person can also make if they have the skill. Yeah.
Right. So, but like if the goldsmith is not there and the gold is there, then also the work will not happen.
But it is still auxiliary cause, right? Because
Yeah,
instead of
so-
that goldsmith, it can be anybody.
So they will answer it, but now they are just exploring our mind to different dimensions and to logically understand that what is the actual cause. We are just finding out. We are investigating this case of this gold. Making of a chain from a gold. What is the chief cause? That is our area of investigation. Okay. So first, initially we said that gold is the cause. Then he said that if gold is there and goldsmith is not there, then how the chain will become?
Correct.
So then they said, okay, so Nimit is also a cause. So now the next argument was that, so the Nimit is the chief principal cause, because if Nimit is not there, if goldsmith is not there, you cannot make the gold. So then they said, no, this is also not correct. Then they accept both, Upadan and Nimit to be the reason for the making of the chain. Okay. So this much they have accepted. Now, among the
In fact, chain is called Upadhyay, right?
chain is Upadhyay, right? So now, to avoid this controversy, if it is said that the presence of both reasons, Karan is necessary for the origination of Karya, the effect, the chain, So they said now, to avoid this controversy, whether this or that, both together, then it could be said that the presence of both causes may be necessary. But Nimit only remains the niyama. So now they are ready to accept both causes. But they say that Nimit only remains the niyamak or the constant reason. Because Karya occurs when it is present and does not occur when it is absent. So now tell me, this is correct or not? This logic? That
Yes.
both are the causes, both causes will be there, both are necessary, but Nimit remains the niyamak, compulsory, constant.
The nimit happens only if there is a like if there is a buyer, then only it, something like that, sir.
So the upadan is the niyamak, right?
So that is what we have to find out. But here they are giving a logic that nimit will remain the niyamak, reason, So they are discussing, no? So now they have come to the conclusion that nimit will be the niyamak. Both are required for the effect to happen, but nimit will always remain the niyamak, constant reason, because the karya occurs when it is present and does not occur when it is absent. Now this is the logic they have given. It is not the correct. It is not the conclusion, but these are the arguments that they have given. Now listen, this paragraph.
Sir,
Yeah.
can you explain in that gold chain example then? Like, gold is the upadan.
So
Upade.
the work done was making of the chain. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
So for that chain, gold is the principal cause.
correct.
Goldsmith and other tools are instrumental cause, and they both are the cause of that upadan, of that work, that chain has been
Yeah,
done. But
yeah,
now they are adding that nimit will always remain the niyamak, because the chain only occurs when the goldsmith is present and does not occur when it is absent. This is the logic they are giving.
yeah.
So now
So,
to outrule that, they are coming to they are taking our attention to the chief cause. We have to find out what is the chief cause, because that Trikali Upadan, the gold,
yeah,
gold is there. So the chain has to happen every moment, but that is not happening on the certain conditions only. When there is a goldsmith, there is a tools, then only the chain can be made. Okay.
okay.
So gold is not the only cause or the chief cause or the principal cause. Okay. That has been ruled out. Now they say that just goldsmith, because of goldsmith, that chain can be made. So let's believe that goldsmith is the principal cause. Okay. So then that is also not acceptable, because nimit is always nimit. It cannot be a part of that manufacturing process, So the third logic. Now listen, who is this niyamak or the regulatory cause of karya, the effect or the work done? Who is the niyamak? This is we have to find out. Okay. So with this question, I end today's class. It's almost 10:30 now. So I'm already late by 10 minutes, but we had started the class a bit late. So tomorrow we'll catch up. In meantime, we have all the, coming to this scenario, we have given many of the logics, So you just read once again so far, and then you try to just find out what would be the niyama, regularity, constant reason of the karya to happen. Okay. So just ponder over it, and you can just read over it, and then we will take this discussion tomorrow again. So tomorrow it will be 9 to 10, and I can take 5-10 minutes more also. So, today we have missed something. So the discussion before this class was also very important. There are a lot of things that we are going to get with this affiliation with the Bangalore University. So this with this degree, you can get a job also. You can do a PhD also. This was all being discussed, and they are making necessary changes, especially for us, and they are also trying to adapt our syllabus in their university. So all this discussion was going on in the class just before that, and so we kept our class at 9:30 just to if somebody was attending. I think Chaitanya Prakash ji was attending. Anyone else was attending?
I couldn't find a link only.
I was
Oh.
attending, sir.
Okay. So,
What did you decide? So we have paid for Sem1 and Sem2.
so
So
you'll
do
be
we
getting
need-
a certificate
Huh,
from
so do
the.
we need to pay right now again or in January for Sem3?
So now if you have paid 1500, then you have to pay 200 more. If you have paid 1700, then you did not pay.
Okay.
Just check it out. And one more thing, you have to order for the books for the third and fourth sem books will come together. So that process need to be completed fast, because by the time you give your objectives, there will be 1 month off in between the whole of Jan. Okay. So the books also take sometimes, 10 days, 15 days
Right.
like that. So everyone should order in a day or two. That is my request. So
Right.
at least you get the books on time. We'll
So do you
continue
know where
tomorrow.
so do you know where's the quick link for that ordering?
Yeah, Apurva ji had sent, no, in this
I'll
group
check.
only.
I have
Yeah.
missed something.
You just check it out with Apurva
Thank
ji.
you for
We'll send
reminding.
again.
I will check.
Yeah, and get everyone's form being filled up, and whatever English is available. Otherwise, we will have this kind of PDFs, coming with it. And if they are sending the Hindi books, let them send. So at least you can refer it as a cross reference, sometimes if you're not understanding anything from the English one.
Okay.
Rajeshri ji, you were finding it difficult. So आप हिंदी भी पढ़ लेना थोड़ा, तो आपको
Yeah,
पूरी
yeah.
चीज़ समझ आ जाएगी,
I'm doing cross-reference, sir. I'm
Yeah.
doing both.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
ठीक है, we'll catch up tomorrow. निज निधि निज में बताई, यह अनंत उपकार है, उसके लिए जिन वाणी माँ को वंदना सत बार है, उसके लिए जिन वाणी माँ को वंदना सत बार है। 9 बार 9 काल मंत्र गिनेंगे। जय जिनेंद्र।